Good afternoon, it's Saturday, it's the 21st of, actually it might be the 22nd of June. It's midday, hence why I'm sitting in the shade, bit of a funny angle, really hot today. Hasn't June been a really weird month for weather? We've had it bucketed down with rain, it's been cold, it's been windy, and then today it's flipping glorious. It's so hot. Been up here for a couple of hours now, and it's one of those days where you can do sort of 20-30 minutes and then you really need to go and sit in the shade because it's so hot. So we had a bit of a break about 10 days ago now, and we left the plot for a week, and obviously everything's gone mad, and I've been coming down when I can between showers just to do a bit of weeding and a sort of general tidy up, but today I thought I'd show you how far I'd come and do a June plot tour. Okay, so starting at the potato bed, I've got some flowers on, also got a few weeds in between, but hey ho. Again, I've just really sort of tidied this up a little bit, tried to sort of weed the edges, but overall, bed's looking pretty lush. Let's hope we get a good crop of potatoes from this. Okay, so that's that bed. This is the bed that I finished with last month, which is a sort of three sisters bed, plus there's a row there of lovely sunflowers, multi-headed ones, some of which are being nibbled, as you can see. Sweet corn seems to have taken, so that's all looking pretty good. Beans seem to have gone a bit mad, but that's fine. I mean, they're there really just to provide nitrogen. And the squashes seem to have taken, butternut squash, and there's some crown prince in there as well, and again they all seem to have taken. That one's looking a little bit nibbled, but it's fine, and that's just a spare celeriac that I had that I just shoved in. Now last time this rest of this bed was empty, and I decided to put my kohlrabi in there, and obviously it's netted because it's a brassica. So that's the kohlrabi in there. It's actually the sort of stemmy bit at the bottom that you eat, that actually grows above ground. So that's it down there. And then I decided to put my tomato plants in here. So in here you've got, oh, there we go, 5, I think it's called Marmande or Marmande, the beefsteak tomatoes. They're a bush variety, so they shouldn't get massive, but they're all looking pretty good. And then I've just planted some French marigolds in between there, and then this one at the back is an Italian, it's a semi-bush variety called Roma, which is an Italian plum, which I had spare, so I popped him in there. I'm also growing some tomato plants along the wall of my cottage. If you watched any of my earlier videos, you'll see that that's what I did last year and had a really good crop. So over here we've got parsnips and shallots, which all seem to be doing okay. Parsnips are going a bit mad, but that's fine. I've got a few little clumps of beetroot coming up here, just along there, just a little row, like a half a row of beetroot. Leeks are all doing well. As you can see, they're all fattened up now, you can actually see them, unlike last month when I put them in, but that's fine. And the celeriac's doing really well. This is my, I think there's 12 celeriac here, plus that odd one. And they're, again, they've all taken, they're all looking really healthy, so that's great. And then here we've got spring onions, which I've already taken a few. I've already had a couple of bunches of spring onions, and there's a few more there. And then in amongst the nasturtiums, which have gone mad, are some beetroot. Actually, that one looks like it's ready to be pulled. Some little clumps of beetroot in there, hopefully you can see. Radish went to seed, so I had to pull that, but I've got some more growing at home in cells which I'll transplant. Now over here, again, apart from the nasturtiums which have gone absolutely bonkers, but they are rather lovely. Nice little cheerful flower, and obviously completely edible. Lots of weeds, some spinach in there which is sort of trying to go to seed. And there is some lettuce in there. This bit at the moment I've just sort of cut it back. It was that red mustard, oriental red mustard. I've cut it back because it was all going to seed. So I'm just trying to see if I can get one more sort of crop out of that, really. Swiss chard, never tried it, don't know whether I'm going to like it or not. So a friend gave me a small amount, just a little clump. So I've popped it in here. I'm going to try it. If I like it, then I might grow some more later on. That's my oca, my New Zealand yam that's planted in the ground, and I've also got 3 at home in pots. So I'm going to do a comparison, basically, whether it's better to put them in the ground or grow them in pots. Because for space, sometimes you like to keep your options open. Salad bowl, again, got absolutely gone mad. Almost can't keep up with it. Just got half a row left now. This is just cosmos, which I've popped in. Excuse my shadow, as I said, it is midday. So there's a few cosmos popped in there just for a bit of colour. And these are some couple of extra courgette plants that were given to me. These are actually, you probably see them come in there, actually some yellow courgettes in there. And again, they're looking pretty good. That one, in fact, has got yellow foliage. I don't know whether that's good or bad. I've never grown the yellow ones before. More lettuce. Isn't it funny how lettuce always seems to come at once? But and basically all that lot down there, it really wants all pulling out and starting again. But for another day. Strawberries doing really well. Again, we've already had a harvest of them. There is some in there. Hopefully you can see. There are some strawberries in there. Nothing like your own strawberries, I tell you. If you've got a bit of space, or even if you've got a window box or hanging baskets, they're lush, especially on a warm day, you know. Gorgeous. Pathwise, I have done that path, as you can see. Camera, please focus. There we go. It looks a bit lumpy bumpy. Probably should have mowed it, but sometimes you cannot be bothered. Right, okay. Boloshi beans seem to have taken, which is good. The ones that I've planted so far. As I said, I have got some more that I'm growing to make up the gap. And this is the land cress, which is like watercress. And again, we've had a couple of pickings of that. Little gem lettuce, which is all heartening up, producing hearts. As you can see, quite dense. I've already taken 2 today. Don't really want to take any more, but they're all, again, as I said, they all come at the same time. Oh, there's a bit of dirt on that one. So beans. I've planted some more beans. Some of them are being nibbled, but hey ho. Courgettes. Had quite a few courgettes so far. These are the round ones. I don't know if you can see them in there. You probably can in this light. Well, they're good. Oh, there's a weed there. Just going to oik him out. So they're doing all right. More beetroot, because I like beetroot. And again, it's all clumping up quite nicely. Perpetual spinach, which again I've cut back. Courgettes, but they're what I call the ordinary ones, the bush ones. And again, we've had some of these already, which is good. And another round one, which is not doing so well, but as I said, I've got so many courgettes, I'm really not too worried whether you survive or not. And then these are these are dual purpose one. Again, weeds are going mad. Sorry, outdoor cucumbers. Should explain what it is, shouldn't I, really? I think there's 5 there. 5 and plenty of weeds. But yeah, they're a dual one. I'll let you see a little baby one there, little baby. So it produces either small outdoor ridge cucumbers, come on camera, behave, or gherkins. Now, I quite like gherkins, bit like I like beetroot. I eat a lot of gherkins, a lot of beetroot. So I'll probably try and let 1 or 2 become cucumbers, and then the rest will be for pickling. So I think they're called Venlo, some of them. So there we go. And the weather, as you can see, just a few little wispy clouds, but otherwise lovely weather. Again, hardly anybody up here. I think most people come up here on a Sunday, but I've got other things that I need to do on a Sunday, so I very rarely come up on a Sunday. So these potatoes are, again, were spares. Friend gave them to me. Just chucked them in there. I've just given them a good water, actually. They are first earlies. Aaron Pilot, I think she said. This is the Angelica, which has gone to seed, or is going to seed, is flowering, which I'm obviously just letting the wildlife enjoy because it's been absolutely covered in bees and stuff. What else is in here? There's all sorts of things in here. It's why it looks a bit weedy, but there's some cornflowers in here, there's some nasturtiums, there's some borage. Look at that borage, isn't it lush? Absolutely beautiful. Sunflowers in here, which are called Jammy Dodger. Oh, this is something I meant to show you last time. Perennial kale, Taunton Dean, with the very distinctive purple vein, purple stem. Beautiful looking plant, actually. Even if you don't eat it, I think it's just stunning to look at as a foliage plant. Yeah, so here we've got more sunflowers. Meant to be Jammy Dodger, but sometimes you don't quite get what you're expecting sometimes. But yeah, they seem to be doing really well. They look like they're going to be quite tall, actually, which I wasn't expecting. But there you go. And what else is in here? Most of this you've seen before. Oh, I've got some more cosmos over here, although not doing as well, so perhaps it needed to be in more sun. Maybe I might move them, actually. Again, this is Dorberton's variegated kale, doing really well. Oh, sweet peas, that's what I wanted to show you. Sweet peas are finally doing something, so that's good. And there's all sorts in here. I think the trouble is, when you take over a new plot and you start digging it over, you bring all sorts of seeds to the surface. So yeah, there are actually parsnips in here, which I didn't put in there, and somewhere is over there, I don't know if you can see that, there's actually a beetroot in there. And there's loads of, I thought this was calendula. It's not, it's just spinach, basically. So yeah, so I just pick that as and when I want it, basically. And it seems to be doing really well, so there we go. Listen to the blackbirds singing. Floss looks like she's crashed in the shade, which she doesn't always do, because she can be a bit of a dafty and just lie out in the sun, but she has actually crashed out in the shade, which is quite nice. Anyway, okay, that's it, I think. I'm just going to potter about for the rest of the day and take it easy and enjoy this weather. Anyway, I hope your allotment's looking good. I hope you're not finding it too overwhelming with all the weeds coming up with all this rain we've had. Try and enjoy it.